में कि यूट्यूब में? और ये क्या बोलते हैं, आप डिलीट कर दीजिएगा ना वहाँ से। हाँ ठीक। हाँ ठीक।
हेलो
वही हम देख करके आपको कॉल किया कि हम मेरे को गलत दिखा रहा है। ठीक। से क्या करने लगते हैं, इसे तो फिर मेरा होगा ही नहीं जल्दी। खाओ, दिमाग खराब कर देंगे। हम यहाँ ये वाला हो गया इसका, तो फिर अब सबका हमको लाइब्रेरी में देखना खराब करते हैं। जो कर रहे हैं हमको करने दे, मैं सर्च ही नहीं किया उसका चक्कर में।
स्ट्रीम में पकड़ के नहीं रहे।
वो आप कीजिएगा तब कीजिए, मेरे को ये सब नहीं, बड़ा गुस्सा लगता है। हम जब कर रहे हैं 3 आईडी तो फिर जबरदस्ती 4 आईडी चालू करा करके जल्दी से जल्दी हटना चाहते हैं।
ठीक है। ये नहीं पकड़
एक तो उसका ऐड आएगा तो स्किप कर, कई को अलगे।
हाँ अभी लाइव कर रहा हूँ मैं। पकड़ क्यों नहीं रहा, मेरे को नहीं समझ रहा। विंडो कैप्चर से, विंडो कैप्चर भी नहीं पकड़ रहा। बंद हो जाए सेटिंग में क्या वो चीज हो क्या है। फिर 1080p से कम जाओगे तो विंडो है। रिस्टार्ट करके देखते हैं, रिस्टार्ट में हो चला जी। ये तो डिस्प्ले कैप्चर ट्राई करेंगे।
You're no good, 'cause I can see your sunshine dripping out your sleeves onto my lifeline. Oh, good, though you didn't mean to leave a trail for me, but you didn't know until it is. It's alright with me if it's alright with you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love, 'cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. You shine like one would if they hadn't been love, right? Sleeping all the time, I know why you stay inside. Safer to save your life. It's alright with me. It's alright with you, and I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love, 'cause you're golden.
कैप्चर करना भाई।
'Cause you're golden. Golden morn, 'cause you're golden. Golden morn. It's okay if you're lonely. Cause you're golden.
लड्डू बनाइए इसके घर में कृष्णा का ऐसा मूर्ति होगा तो इस तरीके से थोड़ा सा वीडियो में भी ये डाल
बिना विंडोड के नहीं होता क्या? Hard time due to game it's sometimes difficult to work through regular game capture window of the game. Relatively consistently keeping in mind that working very much. Start display mode. Not the full screen one. Window capture or plain display capture. Wow. Hello. Yeah. At last. अब शायद स्ट्रीम के टाइम पे भी 60 FPS रहेगा। नाइस। Okay. वाला मिशन बैलेंस स्टेप वाह वो क्या था मैंने वो एंड वाले लिए लास्ट किधर बचा भागो
Let me amuse myself a little.
मेरे को ये नहीं समझता इलेक्ट्रो होते हुए इलेक्ट्रो कैसे वर्क किया विंड पावर बहुत ज़्यादा काम आ रहा है उधर
The merrier. Look at me. Just once.
सेकंड चेक करके आया हूँ। Everything seems fine. स्ट्रीम चेक करने गया था मैं। सब कुछ ठीक लग रहा है स्ट्रीम पे तो। डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब। यहाँ पे कहाँ पे है अभी? ऊपर है मोस्ट प्रोबेबली। कैरी आउट इन्वेस्टिगेशन है, यहाँ पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन करते हैं। Wow, I really thought look for objective in this area. पूरा एरिया छान मारना पड़ेगा तभी पता चलेगा ये कौन है? एक राइटर। थिंकिंग टू मच। अच्छा कॉम्बैट। अरे कौन आ गया अभी? हाउ कैसे पॉसिबल? उसको अटैक कर रहा तो करो ना। This is better. अब इन्वेस्टिगेट करते थोड़ा, तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते। सब शैडोज में ऐसा ही है क्या? आसपास के एरिया में कुछ ढूंढना पड़ेगा। ये क्या चीज़ है? ये ना कोई भी। यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हो?
The insolent shall be punished.
Mirror Maiden, which who wields a water mirror in combat. Some attacks apply refraction status to character. When nearby characters are affected by refraction, she enters polarization state. Seems strong. Yeah, आगे polarized state में।
Dodge this. Take this.
इधर भागी, पीछे ही भागती है हर टाइम।
Transgressions.
Cool it. Here.
Out of my sight.
Freeze. Here.
Winter shall eventually come.
नाइस लूट, नाइस नहीं, मिस्टीरियस लूट बोल सकते हैं। अब इसका ओके, मिस्टीरियस शैडो गायब हो जाता है। The ward has been sealed within by sacred words. Although I hope the seal will never be broken, and although you have now missing many for many years, when the cleansing ritual conducted, I hope you shall be the next one to break. The third line of sacred word is something you often used to say in the past. But if the one to undo the seal is my successor, then there is one extra step you must go through. There are 4 great spirits and 3 spoken in Mitsudome. I have gathered 3 Shikigami as guardians. Only when they are gathered here in force you can proceed. I wouldn't call layer of security as useful, but it should serve to fend off some petty thieves. ओके, जो शैडो है उसको डिसअपीयर करके इसके पीछे खड़ा करना है, तो वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है। That seems fine. वो जहाँ जहाँ जाती है वहाँ कर। ये यहाँ पे आई अभी, अब इसको फॉलो करो। ये बिक जाएगी कहीं पे। अब इस वाले शैडो को करो तो ये वाला शैडो जाएगा। एक जा चुका है, ये सेकंड है। थर्ड किधर है? दो एक्टिवेट हो गए, थर्ड इस डायरेक्शन में कहीं होना चाहिए। फिर थर्ड शैडो क्या? Is this some kind of shield?
That's cheating.
Up.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Cool it. Yeah. Freeze.
अरे मार ही देगा ये तो.
Take this.
पूरा ये खत्म हो गया.
Take this.
उसको पावर्स के बिना नहीं हो सकता. ये घोस्ट को कहाँ ढूंढूं अभी मैं? 2 मिल गए, तीसरा कहाँ है? इस डायरेक्शन में. नहीं पॉसिबल है क्योंकि वहां तक है ना. पॉसिबल है वहां पे. लगा. थर्ड कहाँ पे है? 2 शैडो मिल गए मेरे को. जो तीसरा है वो नहीं मिल रहा. तीसरा मैं ही तो नहीं. वो बंदा है BRP. The third shadow. Ah, so third shadow. Mysterious third shadow. ये क्या है realism? In some places, we have mysterious combo of novelism, the discharge stone and convention stone farmers, fruits, harmless, electric current at characters, the monsters effectively. Quantity.
Dodge this.
अच्छा
Cool it. Freeze.
कहाँ भाग गया ये?
I'll race you there. Let's dance.
Hmm. यहाँ पे क्या है? एक प्रेजेंट नहीं, मेरे पास की नहीं है। वाह। ये वही वाला एरिया है, किले वार्ड से है। इसके बिना चालू नहीं होगा, बट वो मिस्टीरियस शैडो किधर है? दोनों तरफ से फ्लो भी रहता है। वो की के बिना ये खुलेगा नहीं, ठीक है। वार्ड के लिए मेरे को वहाँ पे वो तीनों शैडो को इकट्ठा करना है, बट मेरे को सिर्फ 2 ही शैडो दिखा। बहुत बड़ा कंफ्यूजन है। थर्ड शैडो किधर है? ये राइट है रहा। This is quite confusing. वॉन्ड के लिए तीनों शैडो को इकट्ठा करना होगा या फिर कुछ तो करना है। वॉन्ड के लिए 2 शैडो वहाँ पे आ गए हैं, अब थर्ड शैडो कहाँ है? इसको रीस्टार्ट करके देखा जाए। यहाँ पे ऊपर कुछ है वो ऊपर गया ही नहीं है
Here. Frostbite.
इधर आई इधर भाग गई वो हैं
Getting a little cold. Let it rain. Want to get a little closer? This could hurt.
भाई कितने बार इसका आता है
Here.
Want to get a little closer?
Cool it. Dodge this.
Getting a little cold. This could hurt.
Lightning flash.
ये कहाँ से आ गया मेरे को नहीं समझ रहा
Lightning flash.
No one escapes my sights.
Thunder blast.
अभी यहाँ पे जो वो था उसको हराना पड़ेगा
Let's dance.
अरे भाई कहाँ जा रहा है भाई
Cool it. Oh, so sorry. Lightning flash.
ऊपर वो कुछ करना है उसके बिना नहीं होगा वो ऊपर जाने का रास्ता है ऐसा ढूंढना पड़ेगा इधर से शायद जा सकते हैं वाह मैं सोचा नहीं था इतना स्टीप होता ओके
Take this.
सॉरी
मेरे को डर
मुझे लगा यहाँ पे वो मिलेगा शैडो नहीं
जो इसने किया होगा
हाँ मैं वो लिमिट भी करके रखा हूँ बट टोटल 3 शैडो होने चाहिए मेरे को हो रहा है जहाँ जहाँ जाते हो वहाँ पे दिखता हूँ मिस्टीरियस शैडो की जगह और कुछ यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं आ रहा, तो इसको एक बार पूछ लेते हैं। अब ये जहाँ पे जाएगा उस एरिया में यहाँ पे आया है। कुछ एक्टिवेट तो नहीं हुआ। इसको भेजता हूँ तो कहाँ जाता है? ये डायरेक्ट वहीं पे चला गया था। थर्ड शैडो किलर है। Sacred words. There are 4 great spirits, 3 shekels. And proceed. बस इतना ही लिखा है। अरे वाह। फिर और क्या करूँ? दोनों उधर आ गए। थर्ड शैडो किधर है? थर्ड किधर है? ऊपर जाओ क्या? इधर एक पॉसिबिलिटी तो है, बट लग नहीं रहा। क्योंकि ये एकदम एज आ जाता है। ये टोटल एज है और यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ देख भी नहीं रहा। क्या चीज़ है जो मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ?
The insolent shall be punished. I'll protect us, impertinent fool. Be gone.
ये कहाँ चली गई? ये क्या ग्लिच है? कोई बताएगा मेरे को? जमीन के अंदर ये हर बार भागती ही रहती है। बिना कॉम्बोज के इसको हरा नहीं सकते हैं।
Winter shall eventually come.
यहाँ पे शायद यहाँ से कुछ लेना हो। ये कौन सा स्वॉर्ड है?
The insolent shall be punished. Dodge this. Where are you? Frostbite. Fool, be gone. No mercy. Let's dance.
Freeze! Lightning flash!
अबे फंसा दिया। हाँ। ए भाई भाई फंसा देते पूरा।
Freeze.
यहाँ पे कुछ है नहीं। वहाँ से कूदेंगे तो ये वाला मिलेगा, ऐसे इधर से नहीं मिलेगा। बट ये एरिया में आता है थोड़ा ऐसे तो श्राइन के ऊपर है। ओह थैंक्स ब्रो। नहीं सब्सक्राइबर ओनली का ये कि 1 मिनट ही है, ज़्यादा नहीं है। श्राइन के ऊपर। ओह थैंक्स ब्रो, आई डिडंट इवन थिंक अबाउट दैट। हो रहा वेस्ट मिला, बट इसके अलावा वहाँ पे कुछ हुआ। क्लेंजिंग का मिला क्या? ये रिकॉर्ड है सर, हाउस सेंटर में शायद है। Born from second chakra branch, you can connect the grand line to all others in this. Man was defiled by issues with the bundle. These work toward those the branches will open up at the ground floor and consider. Every 60 years, minor cleansing ritual is absolutely. You can say one must seek forgiveness from sky and let the five words representing his mouth, his hands and his to restore the body and spiritual by manner. Also, सबसे ऊपर वाले में जाना है, क्या बात है। चढ़ने के लिए उस रास्ते से यहाँ से इजी पड़ेगा, यहाँ से भी इजी पड़ेगा। ओके एकदम टॉप में है वो। मुझे यहाँ पे शायद नीचे है। Yes. गलत बटन। ज्यादा नीचे नहीं गिरे हो बाय। इस अकेले के लिए मेरे को यहाँ पे आना पड़ेगा। नीचे आ जा भाई। रेस्ट कर लो। अभी भी 70 मीटर हाइट है। ये कहाँ ग्लिच हो गया? इधर जाने के लिए रास्ता है। एक मिनट। Abundance. This one's on status, source of power, memento lens. Observe surrounding worlds. Observe the earth. Picture statue through. Something might happen. Oh. अरे अटक गया. ठीक है. इधर आने का कुछ मकसद. ऊपर आने के लिए ऐसे. पहले तो बैग्स उसको एक्टिवेट करना होगा. ये रहा एक्टिव. और you are the person who sings more and some poetry. Who are you? Then you are so cool. Hmm. यहाँ पे ऊपर ही जाना है. उधर और उधर भी है. 3 और टोटल. Brentford definitely. बताता नहीं है. मैं वहाँ पहले जा चुका हूँ तो उसके लिए मेरे को पता है इस तरह का. बट बताता नहीं है. इस तरह. सबको सेंटर में करना है. अभी कैसा है? एक अरे ये 1 है. सबको सेंटर में करना है तो ये कैसे होता है? ओ क्या है गॉट इट. अब बाहर वालों को 3 कर दो. और सेंटर वाले को 2 कर दो. हो जाएगा अभी. आ गया.
Lightning flash. Oh, so sorry. Following thunder.
Let the show begin. Go, go, Fairy Blast! Let it rip!
Lightning flash. Cool it.
Ooh, this again. Memory throwing a tantrum. Okay. ज़्यादा लाउड हो गया सामान. टोफू का वगैरह पता नहीं. Oh. And someone performed. ये आप कुछ दिखाना चाहिए. एकदम. Warden ruler. Pavilion. Army. Yes. Completely. Oh, it's the feeling. मिला अपने को? नहीं मिला कि हाँ, मेरे सबसे अंदर मिल रहे हैं। छोड़ो। मतलब दो वहाँ पे मेरे मैप में।
Let's dance. What's on the other side of the ocean?
भाई 30 सेकंड में ये कहाँ चला जाता है? मेरे को नहीं समझ में। इसका नेविगेशन में कहीं आता है? ओपन क्वेस्ट मेन्यू। तीन है मेरे पास। इसका ये वाले में मैंने दो अनलॉक किया। ये स्टोरी क्वेस्ट है और ये हैंगआउट है। अच्छा स्लाइम बॉल को ये 3 विशेस का
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait!
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that...
Are our clothes really so...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
you're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Exactly.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Oh, really?
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Lol.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Wow.
The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt Decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Fine.
पूरा इधर से जाए। ओके, यहाँ से इसका अनलॉक करते हैं। That is better. अरे यार नहीं छोड़ना इधर। ये टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट काम आ सकता है। ओके, ऐसे जो पॉइंट्स हैं उनको एक्टिवेट करना है। ये जो गेट है वो खुलेगा। Wow. Do it. नहीं वो नहीं है.
Let the show begin. Huh.
Cool it. Lightning flash. Dodge this. Frostbite. Lightning flash. Freeze. Cool it. Take this. Freeze. Lightning flash. Halloween thunder. Dodge this.
Let's dance.
भाई ये बैठा हुआ था ना इसे.
Go, Barbara, go. Go, Barbara, go.
मोस्टली उधर जाने के लिए है. वो वाला कर लूँगा तो. अच्छा वो. This monster is like that. Oh.
No one escapes my sight. I'll race you there.
Lightning flash. Cool it. This one will be frozen in time.
बाप रे मार दिया.
I'll protect us.
Dodge this. Lightning flash. Lightning flash.
ओके अच्छे से.
Freeze. Thunderclap.
Let it rain.
Lightning flash.
एक वो एक्टिवेट किया वो एक्टिवेट किया. टोटल कितने 6 शायद इधर के लिए. कुछ के लिए ना देखो. 4 हैं, 2 एक्टिवेट हुए, 2 एक्टिवेट होने बाकी है। मे भी यहाँ पे एक होगा।
Let's dance.
अच्छा ये आ रहा हूँ नहीं है। बट ये वे पॉइंट बहुत ज़्यादा ऊपर नहीं। जब तक इसके पास आएंगे नहीं तब तक चालू नहीं होगा। इनविजिबल ग्लिच हो गया क्या? नहीं नहीं।
Take this!
Bet you can't keep up with me. Go, go, Baron!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Lightning flash! Freeze!
No one escapes like that. Not so hard. Yeah.
Yeah!
शायद वो है। ये
Lightning flash! Yeah! Lightning flash!
Ooh, are you taking me out? You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
फिर भी ये नहीं हुआ। अब भी हुआ। much faster than original method which I was doing. तीनों अरे यहाँ पे एक है दिखाने ना the thing is I have to get inside.
Let the show begin.
कुछ नहीं हुआ
Take this!
Oh. Oh. तो ये श्राइन है उसके लिए वार्ड का ढूंढना पड़ेगा बट वार्ड ढूंढने के लिए अभी नहीं है ठीक है एनिमो वाला इधर क्यों इलेक्ट्रो के लिए इधर हैं ये बाहर जाने का रास्ता है क्या हाँ भाग गया वो इधर आ गया अब किधर भागूं ओके डोर खुल गया यहाँ पहुँच गया मैं वापस यहाँ पे मिशन मिशन पे आज मुझे को काम पे
Come a little closer. For
little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Lightning flash!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Just trying it around in the area. यहाँ पे नहीं बना रहा है समझे
I'll protect us.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. I knew I should have stayed home.
रिवाइव करके क्या ये रिवाइव भी नहीं करते
Let the show begin.
यहाँ से डायरेक्ट फ्लाई भी कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते शॉर्टकट ब्लेसिंग देते हो ब्लेसिंग होगा तो हिल हो जाएंगे सब Nope. टोटल मतलब 3 सिटीज हो चुके हैं और वो दोनों को अगर अकेला
So,
अकेला पकड़ेंगे
this
तो
is the
5
kind of
होंगे.
place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
सेकंड ऑप्शन क्या?
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about?
हिंदी का
Behind...
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh...
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will...
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
I'm sure you'll do great.
विलेज में वापस जाएंगे. I thought it would be above.
Let's see. Where's the person?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden after all these years? Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming!
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
alright? Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dried braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead.
What?
Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back. So I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diver, huh? Wait, I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
मतलब उसको आइडिया नहीं आया, अपने को आइडिया आया।
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy? Somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. Looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima...
I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret, everything I felt for her. No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these... I think... maybe not. Although... what if she were to turn up eventually? When I think about it like that. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness.
तेरे ले ले रहा हूँ हेडफोन।
Thank you
काम
both
नहीं
for
करता।
helping me reconnect with my reason for
खराब हो
staying.
गया वो।
I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be feeling okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. That certainly explains the state of police we were able to help. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
अच्छा बाबू, इसी का ऐसी डाल देंगे
क्या चीज?
तो उसका नाम लिख के डाल देने से कॉपीराइट नहीं आता।
नहीं, अगर वो उस टाइप का वैसा करके रखा है तो कुछ कुछ गाना उस टाइप का रहता है, कुछ कुछ गाना आप डाल दोगे तो नाम भी लिखोगे तो भी कॉपीराइट क्लेम आएगा।
नहीं, ये लिखल है इसका, गाना डाली है,
हम्म
लिखल है इसका, inside your eyes, blog number कॉपीराइट।
हाँ, मतलब बताया है
ब्लॉग नो कॉपीराइट। पढ़ो।
अब बिना कॉपीराइट वाला म्यूजिक है। अगर आप डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दोगे ना तो कॉपीराइट नहीं आता, ऐसा म्यूजिक है वो।
और नहीं डालेगा तो आ जाएगा।
हाँ, अगर आ गया है और आपने अपना डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दिया तो आप उसको बोल सकते हो हटाने के लिए, तो हट जाएगा।
हम लोग वो डाले थे उसका वैसे ही डाले।
वो कौन क्या डाली थी?
ब्लैक वाला हम लोग डाल।
उसमें वैसा गाना नहीं है ना, वो कॉपीराइट फ्री है टोटल, उसमें आना ही नहीं चाहिए बट फिर भी आया।
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it?
Don't you dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came to...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Ryzen Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. Maybe we should talk to Kurt.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Ryzen Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Take this!
Come a little closer.
Lightning blast!
मैं भूल गया था कि मैं आइस वाला छोड़ दिया हूँ।
I got careless.
Dodge this!
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it...
Food supplies. You kidding? That place, I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on open. Now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal!
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here, but...
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this miss-off. As for you guys, you're free to go.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's...
Just me? Or are there more outlaws?
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the price...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was... and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions, if you're still curious, why don't you go I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that in hindsight, I regret that. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps, but before you go...
But...
Information is also Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway.
At least we now know where the emergency provision... Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
2000.
What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that... I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was... All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to...
Hey! If you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
Virtue? And somehow those two words seemed taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kuros. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all it. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next...
Wait.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day your Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no
उसका
time.
nose हिल
Hey
रहा है.
there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of... But then we got here and overheard you talk...
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty...
Losing your vision can cause possession?
We are back online.
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
क्या हुआ?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be...
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred,
I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, so you see, I came here not to... Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please.
I'm sorry. With what powers I have, but spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Naru...
Correct. Lady Yai is most not. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I'm...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your... I must leave now, but we will meet soon.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken...
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei...
Sure! After all, everyone seems who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find...
हील है तो वहाँ पे ताली बजा
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. Also, is it just Paimon? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, it must be this is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then...
Yes. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why...
Your school practices make you stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when... Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both?
Lady Yai, I'm not...
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others. Even those of one's close. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Poor sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that... Did he follow us the whole way here?
Hansai, what? You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, but that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak.
But what if one day... I put everything I had into trying to become the best. If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? You being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So I can't claim. So, just as I once placed my... You are not in the same position that I was. When I left...
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me. And I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and... But as your sensei, I shall commit to impart. This is my promise.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you again, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. Well, don't just stand there staring at me.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over.
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Let the show begin.
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.
So ये अभी तक एक्टिवेट नहीं हुआ है. स्टोरी में आगे जाएंगे तो एक्टिवेट होगा.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
अभी के
Traveler,
सामने आ रही है।
Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, The attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree. Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that... Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means do... When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the...
वो चीज के बारे में बताएगा। हाँ, क्या उसका नाम मेरे को याद दिया था।
There are still documents that need to be seen.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got the...
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch the... Hey, huh? There's someone trying to get on. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean... Huh? Hey!
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right.
Wise choice.
What should we do now? Is there any... this is your fault!
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on this... Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without...
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, Hunt. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. And it sounds like the sheer but if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get... So, what about if I join you?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon...
Time to break him out.
Really? पीछे कैसे आने देगा कोई? Recommended elements, no Cyro, okay.
Ready when you are.
फायर और आइस रेकमेंडेड है, मतलब वाटर भी थोड़ा बहुत काम करेगा, इलेक्ट्रो रहेंगे तो, और इसका विंड भी कम आ जाएगा।
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to...
You sure?
Yes,
Dodge this! Freeze! I must withdraw.
उसको नीचे धक्का दे दिया।
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got! Frostbite! Following thunder! Lightning flash!
Go, Baron Bunny! Let it rain!
Don't hold back! I must withdraw. Train harder. Dodge this. I must withdraw.
Battle formation!
Lightning flash!
Get them!
Get him!
Freeze!
I'll protect us.
Dodge this! Lightning flash!
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Really?
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
No escape!
Battle
Brace
formation!
yourselves.
Get them!
Show me what you've got! Lightning flash!
I dare you! Soldiers, quick!
Free! Allow me. Strike first! Show me what you've got! Don't hold back!
Get there!
Let it rain!
Show me what you've got!
Take this!
Oh, so don't hold back! Dodge this!
Soldiers, quick!
I won't forget this.
Take this! Cool it!
train harder. I dare you! I've been bested.
Let the show begin.
ये कहाँ पे जाता है?
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ.
Brace yourself!
Come on, we can do it. I'll protect us.
Free! Show me what you've got! This moment will be frozen in time. Halloween Thunder!
I've been bested.
Dodge this! Take this! Cool it!
Let the show begin.
Freeze!
I need to train harder.
Oh no.
Dodge this!
Easiest target I have.
Frostbite. Cool it. Thunderclap. I must withdraw.
Really, dot more. That was the best you could come. Nothing like secret passage. Oh, I found this. Oh, this looks like it. क्या आइडिया है भाई.
That must be Master
Did you really think that little trick of yours, locking you up, would...
Oh no! Those Tenryou Commission brutes are torturing him!
If If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya? What?
I can't bear to watch. Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson. That...
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military.
Yes.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm unsure when...
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move.
Yoimiya, are you sure now?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my...
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fire.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks!
Fireworks aren't just for festivals. I was particular... Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear!
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be back any minute! Oh.
Yes, leave. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets... But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be...
Well...
It's a mystery what awaits. Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle day.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes.
Master Masakatsu,
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the end.
thank you. All of you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. It seems as though there are some okay people among them. How about we go tell Ayaka?
You say it's all my fault. I walked away from
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat if our true motives were ever divulged.
True. Though if you ask me, Master, we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be...
Indeed. Things may have turned out but if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, it is time we make ready.
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning.
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us.
You do being in a constant state of alert will only tire us for Toma.
I'd say a celebratory feast is... Funny enough, I learned a new...
A hotbot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the... Then we take it in turns to close our eyes. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most... Don't you think it sounds like fun?
You really do kind of... Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can't go wrong with... Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into... This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen. What?
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? Boiling cakes in hot pot.
I must apologize. To be...
Uh-oh. I'm definitely...
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being...
Guess I've been feeling it. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. So without further ado, I hereby
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy and with the extra time, there are some...
Let's all take some much-needed time off. Downtime is hard to come by these days. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about...
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the...
Quest.
How much I love you, and when I say it, babe, I mean it. I really mean it, not just when it's convenient. With you, I've got an LQ that's bordering my genius, my Venus, my queen, yes. Vision, have you seen it?
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon! Hold on!
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to but you ought not be nervous. This is not...
Individual request?
Correct. This may seem a little sudden, but a few days ago, I was sorting through some... She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, so... I am very... According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This...
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought, too.
So what do you want us to... Do you need us to find...
No. Her address is given in the notebook. Please keep everything I have told you. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and... On a more selfish note... Exactly. That, and you are also...
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to...
Wonderful! In fact...
Oh, we don't mind. We don't...
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then?
Alright, sounds good.
तो 3 क्वेस्ट चालू हुआ। अच्छा वो उसका ही कंटिन्यूएशन था वो।
तो टाइम में बंद करता।
बाहर निकलने में उतना टाइम लगेगा, उससे बेटर टीपी कर लो।
First time met you, I hope you stay in town. Pretty hair, pretty eyes, wish you were by my side. You are the best any girl could ever wanna be. Always nice, always kind, in the back of your own mind. Is it wrong, is it right to think I could reach so high? You're the moon in the sky, baby, oh. Baby, I won't, baby, I won't.
Lightning flash!
Freeze!
ये कब आया था?
For you will never fade. Baby, I will hold true. Two worlds apart. How can I get to know you, babe? Why is this space so far? One tone, two hearts. Though your seems many miles apart, but baby, you've got mine. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you.
जला कुछ तो कर रहे थे ना, यहाँ पे आए थे ये, यहाँ पे आके कुछ तो कर रहे थे, वो मेरे को नहीं पता दिया जलाए कि नहीं।
Still be working at it with your far from perfect habits. I wish that I could tell you that everything will be fine, but I'm not really sure I'm qualified to, because I thought I'd know what to say by now, and honestly I thought I'd be in LA by now. Instead I'm wasting all my time like I have nothing to prove. Sit alone and ruin my day just for something to do, and it's been the same for years without an evolution. I used to do it without ever executing. I got a mixture of excuses and a list of resolutions, and feel guilty doing anything unless I've been productive. But time doesn't wait, so I'm just missing moments. I'm getting older without getting any closer. Every week I board another flight that takes me farther from my goals and leaves me at a destination that is hardly like a home. So now I'm out of sorts, I'm feeling out of pocket, I'm drifting out of court, I'm sitting on a pilot, and just to pay the price so I can pay the rent, either pay attention or feel this pain again. And honestly, I'm terrified that I'ma die and be forgotten quickly. If I go out, I don't know if there's a lot who'd miss me. Hopefully I'll really have a soulmate, so at least I'll have a body beside mine to be rotting with me. My mind has been making all these obstacles. Some days I wake up and I feel like I'm unstoppable, and then the next day it feel like it's all impossible. The world is at my fingers, but there's nowhere else I wanna go. And last night I finally hit my limit. Liquor in my system, but never had clearer vision. Punching walls and throwing keys, glass shards and broken screens. I couldn't keep blaming life for problems, cause I know it's me. The root of all these issues is the lack of all my actions. Tired of feeling like I'm not committed to my passions. And as the tears flow, I had a moment of clarity, feeling like I'm finally hearing all the things I would say to me, like, I'm begging you to cut the acts and the annex. It isn't any kind of magic, ain't no rabbit and hat trick. It's just maximum actions at bats with natural talent, and it's gonna actually happen once you can axe the distractions. But right now nobody's nearing ya, and doing nothing is your mode and your median. You wanna flounder, you should go to aquariums. The block is mine like I'm owning Ethereum. I know you can hear me, but it's slow and I'm fearing you gon' end up like another fucking old bit of sneering man. Just walk around with absolutely no need for air and lungs. An Old Testament, back to times when Noah would pair him up. So please just for a minute put a hold on the snare and drums. Give me a moment to share the love, and if you're over it, fair enough. Just let me know now. Do you really want the gold, or are you here for fun? Cause if it's the latter, I'll happily end the banter. You can get on that plane and live
happily ever after, but I saw the way you got up this morning. You haven't smiled since you stopped your recording. And I won't raise my voice now because I'm tired of yelling.
Oh,
Like you trying to sell it. Said it's affecting those who love you and believe in you. The ones who want to see you do the shit that you've been meaning
Ad
to. So
Astra
treat this like
Abyss.
you want it or get treated for this problem. You can't go through life halfing with these clouds around your conscience. You know you need to live each day deliberate cause regret is unforgiving. You got choices. Now show me which one is it. And I'm not worried about the numbers or the press of the streams. Just prove to me that you can focus on your dreams. Or else just give it up and move on. Pack your bags and put your suit on.
अच्छा, ये करेंगे तो लेवल बढ़ेगा।
I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me.
60 का हो जाएगा तो हो जाएगा। Nice.
I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me.
सिर्फ वो ये कर लेते हैं कंप्लीट और फिर बंद कर देते हैं। I just wanna love me. I just wanna love me. Recommended 60 है और एनिमो चाहिए, बाकी सब करेक्ट है और एसेंड क्लियर द मीन्स है, वही है क्या मिशन? मीन्स ऑफ द एडवेंचर इज ओके। तो एनिमो करते हैं सबसे पहले चेंज। एनिमो को करते हैं और उसके बाद पढ़ाते हैं। असेंड करना present. एंड तो क्या नीनो ही इसका पावरफुल सबसे पावरफुल रहेगा। ये चेंज भी होता है। अभी इसीलिए इलेक्ट्रो पे किया कन्वर्ट। उसका कॉन्सेंट्रेशन चेंज होता है। बट इसके लिए इसको मेमोरी ऑफ पायलट फ्लैश चाहिए। और क्या ये इसको क्या लगता है? नहीं, तो मेरे पास कुछ ऐसा नहीं है जो इसका let's end the stream.